as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Every journey has its final day. Don't rush. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Так, всем привет. Я надеюсь, хоть кто-то да есть на данный момент. Так. Что ж, поехали. Наших городских. Так. Продолжаем нашу историю.
Every journey has its final day.
Так, честно говоря, не знаю, кто есть, кто нету, но задам вопрос, как оно? Так. Нет. Нам надо аж вот сюда. Розказуйте. То щось ви мовчите. Сделать бенто.
All done. Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave us since we already watched it. Oh, it smells amazing. And the box is a nice touch too.
Так.
Let's go serve this up.
Хайпася. Хайпася, хайпася. Давай тебя покормим. Ну что это у нас тут? Да ну дай мне. Да. А я-то думал. Ну и ладно.
Are you already finished cooking? Smell.
На. Кущи. Не обляпайся.
Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still
Слышал
hard to
твой
believe
рассказ
you
о
were able
том,
to
что ты
connect
связался
with
с
Irminsul immediately after
Ирминсулем.
smelling spirit-born eel for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do
Так, меня с
so.
вами называют
And
гением в
everyone at the you
академии.
should know that
Знаете,
some
есть учителя,
researchers
которые
spend their
тратят на
entire
это всю жизнь, все
lives
равно не
So
добиваются
why does this
результата.
incense allow
Почему
people
это
to connect to
благовоние
Irminsul?
связывает людей с
The
Ирмисулем?
ingredients used to make spirit-born eel primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukadeva. Since the root of the
Так,
Dendro Archon's power
я
lies within
думаю, я
Irminsul,
ничего не
we
понимаю.
can occasionally tap into her. That's all right. I'm sure you'll come to a clear...
М,
Makes sense.
Ну ладно, но почему Берсеркус плохо себя чувствует от запаха
That was
растений?
primarily due
А
to his
главная
body's
причина
unique
заключается в том, что
constitution.
Берсеркус особенный.
Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the
Благовоние
Dendro
стимулировало
Archon's
его
power and
восприятие силы
experience the
Дендрархонта,
sensory
что привело к
overload.
определенному
Hence,
расстройству.
taking in any sense
Как он
similar to the ingredients of
почувствовал
spirit-born eel would
запах,
cause
схожий
adverse
духовным
effects.
парным.
Not to worry, though.
Не
It
волнуйся,
appears you've
теперь
all...
ты в полном
Technically,
порядке.
your body should still be sensitive. I must admit,
Whoa, you're really serious.
I am a
Так.
as a member of the Ritawe Starshan at the Academia.
О,
My main area
приползло.
of research is the stars and their connect, which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irmin's. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt. I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune. Sages have said that Irminsul
Поскольку
contains
мы
divine
содержит
knowledge,
божественное знание,
and
если
touching
мы
such knowledge
соприкоснемся
without
с
the
ним,
proper
тогда
preparations and
наши собственные
abilities
способности
will only lead to
недостаточно, наш
one's
мозг
mind
не
fading in
выдержит.
That's why we meditate alone. We need to
Нужно
ensure that
убедиться,
our
что наш
minds will be
разум
calm
будет
while
спокоен, при
minimizing the
этом не
possibility of
допустить, чтобы
involving
кто-то
anyone
посторонний
else.
пострадал.
Whoa. So knowledge from Irminsul can...
Of course I do.
Короче,
However, I've been feeling better as of late. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of bless. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy.
What's so strange about...
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Oh, is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often...
в нем
Yes,
действительно была
if one struggles with
неразбериха.
anxieties, those
То
emotions
там
could
такой,
influence their
бред был, что ну
dreams.
его нафиг.
The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sake. I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. I studied hard, enrolled it, but then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly... It was incredible. Though I don't exactly... Back then,
Детство
I
было
was
наивно
foolish
и
and ignorant as youth
бесстрашно.
would be.
Может быть,
But I
видела
was
эти
free of
сны
fear.
не так плохо, как я думала.
Maybe dreaming is...
Когда попадете в город
Just
Сумеру,
be
не
sure not
говорите
to
такие
speak of
странные
this if
вещи
you
другим,
travel to
иначе над
Sumeru
вами
City.
будут смеяться.
Do you have
Ты
any
знаешь,
facts
что
about the
именно
things
видел
he saw when he
Берсеркус, когда
connected
соединился с
Irminsul?
Ирминсулем?
Sorry. I'm afraid
Извините,
I
я
don't
не
have any
имею ни
answers
малейшего
as of
представления,
now.
но увиденное,
All I
безусловно,
can
является
say is that...
воспоминанием. Мир забудет
World
меня.
get
Что это значит?
me.
Если мне удастся
If only I
завершить
could
стадию
ascend
и
past
достичь
Satyavada
стадии,
life and begin Paripurna
я,
life.
вероятно, смогу что-то узнать. Заходите ко
If
мне,
you are ever in the
если
area
вновь
again,
окажетесь в этих
please be sure to come
краях.
and see me. There's no need to be
Не
thankful.
стоит благодарности,
You
вы
two are
спасли
my
меня,
saviors.
и я с нетерпением жду
Besides,
возможности
I'm
снова
already
ответить
looking
в ваше
forward to tasting some
превосходное
more.
блюдо. То.
Now that we know Hypatia is all right and had the
Так,
chance
мы
to ask
спросили
her
ее,
some
но
questions...
давай. Так. Мне интересно, тут что-нибудь стибрить есть или фиг там? Ладно. Так. Поднимемся наверх, чтобы было легче. Тинари, тебе не кажется, что причиной отказа является попытка избежать трудностей? Я знаю, что ты лесной страж и ликвидация зоны видания твоя работа, но это все равно, что устранить симптомы, а не лечить болезнь. Мудрец Хаджак сказал, что исцеление изначально напрямую зависит от твоего присутствия в городе Сумеру. Тогда почему ты отказываешься? Не дави слишком сильно, давай выслушаем его. Мы здесь, чтобы вернуть Тинари в Академию, а не для того, чтобы нажить себе врага. Мудрец Хаджак, мне кажется, что вам пришлось преодолеть весь этот путь. Мне жаль, но я всего лишь лесной страж, и вряд ли могу помочь таким великим мыслителям Хараватата. Я забыл. Я прибыл по поручению мудреца Амурты. И вовсе не потому, что в твоем предыдущем письме ты отверг предложение нашего наставника и тем самым поставил его в неловкое положение. Понятно. Учитывая темперамент моего наставника, ему придется прийти и лично отругать меня, прежде чем он успокоится. Тигнари, твой наставник также участвует в этом проекте и нуждается в твоей помощи. Мудрец Хаджак, чем я могу помочь ему? Ты знаешь обо всем в городе Сумеру. Сколько мне нужно будет там пробыть? Сложно сказать. Вечность. Вы хотите сказать, что преодолели путь, но по-прежнему не можете ответить на вопросы, которые я задал наставнику в своем последнем письме? В таком случае, боюсь, я не могу дать вам четкого ответа. Тигнари, ты... С меня довольно. Мы уходим. Якщо є тут хтось, то хоч напишіть хоч щось. А то ж не цікаво. Тигнари, что случилось? Так, надоело уже. Честно говоря, вот это вот ляляканье. Что за инструмент? Терминал Акаши. Это инструмент, созданный Академией с использованием сведений. Нужно попрощаться с Кореей. Намного лучше. Она слишком долго лежала, и я позволил ей отправляться. Я видел, что она пошла к северному перекрестку. Я знаю, что вы скоро уйдете. Думаю, она ждет вас там. Спасибо, Тигнари. До свидания. Так, где тут может быть? Ага, я понял, где может быть. Ну что ж, полезли. Раз по-другому мы не можем. О, я там бачу вот эту фигню. Яичко. Так. Оно. Бачу. Значит, не есть ящичек. Так. Ну шо, коли, я лечу к тебе. Жеронимо! Да, вернулись и бла-бла-бла-бла-бла-бла. Колеби и себя. Это рецепт пита, который я вам обещал. Ну, за рецептик спасибо. Рецептик, рецептик. Так. Папа-папита, папа-папита, достигнуть лимит. Так. 341 метр. Ого, куда ж занесло.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where
Так,
many things
фермер, а
come
что
to
ты мне
settle.
продашь? Как поживают дети? Расскажи. Я старенькая, тут осталось. Когда-нибудь дети вырастут. Это будничное блюдо сумерской. Блюдо с насыщенным вкусом. Нифига себе. Так. Расскажи о сарае. Ну и ладно. Так, а ТБ интересно, ТБ можно поймать? Цель не может быть поймана. Ну и хрен на тебя. Что там сумерские розы? Давай, мне лишние не будут. Так, деда, баба. Вы делиться не хотите, да? Ну ладно. Ладно, ладно. Я вам запомню.
Sumeru City! Oh, did you see that? When those people entered the city, something on their heads lit up.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha.
Никакой информации
But
о
no need
вас.
to
Ну,
worry,
вот,
that won't
я не
prevent
буду
you from entering the
пользоваться
city. In fact, the
Против необходимо
Academia
показать любому
conveniently provides
приезжающему к
each
нам
traveler to
путешественнику
Sumeru
сотовое
City with a
устройство.
device. Perhaps you two have heard of the
Акаша,
Akasha
сокровищница
before.
знаний,
It's
наследие
our
великой
beloved great lord.
властительницы.
After
На
centuries
протяжении
of
веков,
tireless research on the Akasha, as long as you
бла-бла-бла,
are within
теперь любой
Sumeru's borders, you may use an
сейчас Акаши
Akasha terminal
получить
to
необходимые
connect
знания.
directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and...
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount... Here are your Akasha terminals.
It kind of looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase
Да
to
услышу
yourself.
я голос божественной мудрости.
Says this little doodad lets you access knowledge. May the mighty God bless. Whoa! Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want.
Exactly. That, and with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the
Прикольно.
Dendo Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in, 500 years. Okay, next, let's concentrate. Oh, come on! Ugh, focusing on this question feels like... Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it? Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden.
Ну и ладно.
You too? Huh. Could it be because we're Outlanders and we've only just arrived? Well, seems he's from Sumeru.
Угу.
Let's see.
По
Kanai
сути,
wrote an address
я
on the
думаю, я
letter's
понял, что
envelope.
мы недостойны еще.
Let's head over and have a look. Hopefully he's at home.
Наемник, наемник.
Make it as a small business. You have to accept.
Once again, I think I'm gonna overshoot this month's budget.
Say something like that about me. It's plain hurtful.
Ну, почему бы и нет? Да ну.
Make it as a small business. You have to accept a little less profit and sell a little more product.
Once again, I think I'm
How can my own brother say something like that about me?
Watch
Watch out for
Yes,
pickpockets.
let's document everything.
Hello.
Не
Are you
цікаво.
Rohawi?
Yes, that's
Great.
what? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published.
Here.
Oh, that seems even.
We want.
You mean you want? Sorry, the Akasha.
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that?
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly reason. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the sanctuary of.
Didn't expect you.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a.
Aw,
No need. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being in this world, there will always be information you can. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about. Hey, come on!
oh. Paimon's expectations were pretty low, but this is so. So what do we do now? Even if we want to talk to someone, we. Huh? Like who? Oh, you're right! Catherine! The adventure.
Anything
Расхваляю.
else you'd like to ask about? Although the sixth and the Immorta, our lead, he hasn't shown
Ну,
anything
шесть ты мне
else you'd
дашь,
like
да?
to ask about? See ya.
Ладно, иди отсюда нафиг. Так, вези. Ну же ж вези. Ничего не завизируешь. Так, а тут у нас ничего нет интересненького. Интересненького, вкусненького. Нет, нема. Ладно. Так. Ты у нас молчун. Молчун. Аким. Вот же ж Аким Харим. Так, наемник. Ты не хочешь мне? Привет. Привет и пока. Так. Тут только что были персонажи. Уже, блядь, спэс сдалось. Так, официант в таверне. По идее, тут больше ничего такого и нету. Голова искать. Камал. Накал.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Catherine,
Understood.
we want to meet.
You two wish. I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate.
Aw, another dead end. Well,
Please do not worry. I may know of some. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses.
Corps of 30?
Supposedly, they are named as such because Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, if you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the... You're welcome. I...
Alright,
Так, надо хоть забрать этот. Экспедиция. Последняя. Это осталось. Так, кузнец. Этот. А ну. Налоговый инспектор. Что ты мне хочешь сказать? Нихера. Мастер-оценщик. Ага, понятно. Так, Халид. А, блядь.
This new shipment of items.
Take my word for it.
Посмотрим, что у тебя есть. Ты чё, охуел? Чепушило, блядь. Хуй моржовый, блядь. Я тут, понимаешь ли, к нему с добром, а он...
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you to.
it's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to...
Долго расплачивали.
I see. So, Catherine's... Ha! It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Arch.
Wait, seriously?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious. We originally came from the desert. It isn't just us, though.
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the acad... In their eyes. Because of the acad... Not to mention that...
Короче, бла-бла-бла-бла-бла-бла.
Alright, well, thanks for the info.
No problem.
Никто нам помочь ничем не может, как обычно.
Seems Asfand was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it.
Ну да, потому что привязаны к ней.
Information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for... Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad. one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a Sure.
Давай.
It goes like this.
Ну
Long, long
да.
ago,
Скажем, что его
there was a
достигнут
man
великое
panicked by what he
несчастье.
heard.
Есть
The man sought out the Dendro
замужем
Archon in hopes that she would
Дендро.
bless him. With the wisdom to help him escape, the man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has a.
Okay, and then what?
And then the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar. Oh, Archon Seeker, do you now understand? Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkle.
Yeah, thanks for the
Неплохо.
story. Paimon feels
Неплохо
all
я
warm and
наебал его.
fuzzy inside after.
In a way, it seems like this story is also one of the.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanal.
Of course. So, did you two know that, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another.
Побежала. Сыкло.
Hey, wait!
Ну все, раз, и все
What
два.
just happened? It looks like they're searching for someone. This stinks. We finally. Let's.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress?
Did she have bandages wrapped around her?
Yes, that's her. Did you see?
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her!
Ну, догоняйте. Ветра в поле.
That should keep him busy for.
Поди Сара какая-то, блин. Хуй пойми шо, блин. Так, ты что тут, блин? Нет, тут только халва.
There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people.
Really? Thank you so much. Uh-oh. Looks like there's some coming this way.
Huh? More of them?
No, wait, my body isn't in the best. Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can.
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us. We'll keep an eye out for anyone looking.
Trust me. Just take my word for it.
Пойдите туда, не знаю куда, пойдите туда. Что это за... Так, Ерфон. Кто такая Циншань, блин? Эх, жаль, никого нету. Даже побеседовать не с кем. А уже 40 минут стрима идет.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us
Дехи.
now. Wait, stand down, Dia.
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing.
Wait a sec. Who the heck are you?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home. My lady, let's get going. You've been
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on...
Hey! Dunyarzad already said said she doesn't want to go back.
Stay out of this. You don't understand the Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, and knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who—
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. And I know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living— Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my— This is my life and my last chance. So I wanted—
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is—
Yes, I'm sure.
Fine, I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were—
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate— Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when—
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached...
I'm fine, really.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern.
I'm sorry for worrying you too. If you don't mind—
Sure, after you rest up.
Тебе тільки пузо набути. Так, ух ты, ёб твою мать. Ну ладно.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Ha!
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We do—
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves now? Aw, Paimon kinda wanted to try some...
How about our charcoal-baked agelenach cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass. What do you have against my... Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost...
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think...
Huh?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any help for my younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder. That you hate taking medicine every— Wow, You really do know of dinner's odd. Is there an... What? Not really. Huh? But aren't you a child? And can you make my illness go away? Oh. Then can you be my...
After that, the voice said, okay. Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rain. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zero's
What's the Sub-Zero?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days,
Это
the
вообще вы
festival was a
народ
huge deal. But
молчаливый,
because of the
вообще никого
academia's
нету.
influence, people have gradually... The academia act... Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali...
Aw, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord...
Just remember that we're still...
I know that people over by the... But recently, I gave her my...
Короче,
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu? The one...
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more prepared. So I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today and see how things are coming along.
Sure. That's quite the trip, though.
No, that would be too much. Even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it...
But of course. Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested.
так. Уважаемый хозяин таверны, что у вас есть? О. Так, восстанавливает выбранного персонажа 10 плюс 1200. ХП нормально. О, прикольно. Так, мука, бекон, пряность. Хз. Так, грибы, голые бобы. Вот кто только не у меня. Так, изучим еще новеньких рецептиков. Так, ученый Джафар. Вот, молочко. На халяву. Так, а что у нас наверху есть интересного? Ни хрена, да, интересного нету. Привет, Григорий. Ну, ты знаешь, по сути, да. Единственное, что мне не интересно, это очень длинные диалоги. Это единственное, что раздражает в этой игре. Ты имеешь в виду Фарм ресов или фарм чего именно?
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home, but you made it in the end. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught.
You could say...
Not completely.
Oh, and who are these two?
Ну,
Meet the Traveler and Paimon.
я
my
так
two nurse
скажу.
friends.
Ну,
They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City.
части
and are looking
ресурсов
for
нет, так
information
как
on Lesser Lord Kusanagi.
они находятся на
So
разных
you're
локациях.
followers from
А
another
вот
land?
именно гринд тех же самых, скажите, я скажу, ресурсов для повышения оружия, там, персонажа, такого рода. Однотонно, монотонно, но там за целый день ты все равно не будешь его сидеть и бить. Оно, во-первых, что надоест, во-вторых, у тебя не хватит энергии.
That's wonderful. You two absolutely... By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started...
You're very...
Probably? Wow! This place is amazing!
Ничего, Google просто сказал, что монетизации не будет.
Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the
Типа,
tree above the
что я
stage had a
что-то
huge
не
chunk
то
of
сделал.
bark ready to fall
Ну,
off.
сделал, то
Sisters in
сделал.
there was worried
Хрен на
sick.
него.
We reported it to the academia many times.
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sub-Zerus festival anymore. Thank the Dendro Archon for Dunyarzad. But the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree. And we also gave the stage is going to be even prettier when it's...
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already.
Ну, как
It's
раз
almost time for your
1000
dream to
и
become
была.
reality.
Nilu, what are you gonna be doing at the...
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zero.
Dunyarzad, have you told them...
I only told them about the great...
Okay. Then according
Долго
to
я ее
legend,
копил, но
the Sub-Zerus festival was originally the
Тоже такое дело.
long time. Some of the gods got as she danced upon those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling. Of course they did. When people mention the gods, although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on, though we're just tiny people compared to the divine. We still have to do...
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered Patisaras around the stage. Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth Patisaras in memory of the Goddess of Flowers. But she ultimately...
Thinking about the Goddess of Flowers... If my stage were anything... So, Traveler and Paimon? What do you think?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea! Hey, come on! There's nothing wrong with enjoying a festival. Besides, it's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday. She'll be happy to have...
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zerus festival together?
Dunyarzad, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler and everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord In that case, we'll take a look. Whoa! Did you know that...
Nilu, you're... Wow.
Uh-huh. Of course.
Huh. I don't know much. Oh, and the perfume. I mean...
Things are... Don't be fooled. And when it...
Так, бабулька.
Ah, as a child, my grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all. And Lesser Lord, the Sub-Zeru's festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is, until a wealthy benefactor stepped in this year and brought the festival back.
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like... Catherine! Huh. Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Huh? Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon.
Whoa. Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the... But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie, but take you two, for example. You travel across...
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues.
Yes, you should keep searching.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here. If festivals... Oh, it looks like...
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Aramite.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro, after all.
There's something really different about Catherine today.
Hey, Traveler. Paimon.
Oh, hey, Dia!
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Are you serious?
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to... my lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest.
Sounds like a plan. Let's head over to the Citadel of Rexar and wait for Dia.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting... Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would've
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if... Oh, hey, Chief.
Ha, Dia! What are you doing here?
I take it you all know each...
We met this morning after the adventures.
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell?
Ruksha's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City. Since you've already mentioned the theft.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendroarchon. This case...
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the...
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos.
Apparently what was lost. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask her...
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they...
If you're also interested.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that there are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for King Deshret." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief in the...
You bet they are. King Deshret's been dead for thousands.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of... Well, traveler, that's about...
Thanks, Dia! And you too, Osfond! Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumer...
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival. So, be sure to get yourselves good. Then we'll see you both at the...
Так, я пока перемещусь, и пока буду перемещаться, схожу, отойду. На 5 минут перерывчика.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Every journey has its final day. Don't rush. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Liyue tend
Так,
to stay away.
продолжим наше с
So it
вами
is where many things
путешествие.
come to settle.
Блять. Я хотел только поговорить.
Come and have a good look yourself.
Believe me.
Wow. We know that.
Очень оживленное место. 3 чуваков показали, блин.
Look even more suspicious going around saying, well,
Мгм. Так. Ладно.
Welcome. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the act. Sure, we may not be Sumeru City. Ah, you see over there? Those are students from the academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better.
those students seem.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn any.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Aramite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about King Deshret and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that?
They're called Ain el Akhmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Aramites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of I've heard that Ain el Akhmar.
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for?
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge?
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Whoa. Did you hear that? A niche field of research? So, what's our plan? Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 mora! Have you Oh, all right. Paimon never thought she'd agree.
Ладно. Джафар так Джафар. Ах, не влезу. Ну что, нельзя сюда? Можно. Если осторожно.
This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see.
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Huh! Once we reclaim the power of King Deshret, they'll be the first.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion.
They've also amassed a significant... How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists? Yeah, with boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to...
Huh. All these guys talk.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when King Deshret exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too.
Ну чё, пацаны? А кому пизды дать?
Huh? Who are you? What do you want? A traveler?
Now's probably not the time to talk about that. Didn't the student say Eremites are wary of outsiders?
A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it? Huh? What is...
Oh! Sorry. He must have grabbed the wrong amount. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Ладно.
Paimon can't stand this. He's so...
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right. We heard you mention King Deshret just now.
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess... As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of King Deshret. Years ago, King Deshret founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advance. King Deshret was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even...
So, you mean...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed King Deshret's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land. Furthermore, she conspired with the academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. King Deshret isn't truly dead. The voice of the... Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all... If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of King Deshret. I don't have anything to say to you academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Huh?
You again? Deranged academia loon.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase.
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business?
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your...
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms.
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get...
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate. If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any... I will jeopardize the Eremites' reputation, which I know you value above. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss...
What did you...
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay, then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Через неделю. Неделю я ждать не буду.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 Mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for the...
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our... Plus, He seems to know a lot about what's going on around. He went that way! After him!
Так, Хрущ. Ты там де?
Wait up! It's Alhaitham, right?
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I need. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them, since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end. All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask. Since you tore through their scam right in...
Who exactly are you two? And why are you a student? Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah! He's really strong. Weren't you saying something?
He doesn't even have a vision.
Maybe not, but he can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from Those hot-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting.
All right. I accept. Got a pen and paper? We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier.
So, since...
You were willing to part with 500,000 Mora for something and you didn't even know? Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, look, if you've been making inquiries...
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal...
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because this
Одна
is what you've been looking for.
текстовка.
Paimon can't tell what it is.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct.
That's amazing.
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumer. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, in Port Ormos, Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens and well, I think that about sums it up. Ah, so that's your true objective. With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer. You're still resolved. Fine.
Текст. Трошки надоедаю, но... Ладно, давай, хоть там рассказывай.
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me. I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she's guarded against people from the Academia because most of her... I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear. Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have... You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she...
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
Дори, которая
The
любит
true
море.
challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora, and I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wear.
What? We only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones...
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh, that's a surprise. Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look...
Try inspecting them with element.
Did you see anything?
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental sight. That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those capsules are of little value. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for earning Dory's trust.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here is the Mora for purchase. Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any Mora left over, just keep it. Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos lately. Your efforts will...
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back out, okay, then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory, come find me at the...
Looking at what Al-Haytham wrote, Dory's informant is a traitor near Old Ormos. Let's follow these...
Куда там топать? Ага. Десь тут рядышком. Латиш.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy?
Wait, are you sure you're remembering that right? Hyman doesn't think it was that on the paper.
What a unique palette. We have unripe har...
Following the paper got us past the first...
Roanoke, these two want to buy...
Got it. You two, please follow me. You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
Ah, the warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me.
Та без питань. Давай тільки быстріше. Че, все?
Before I retrieve your products, I need to please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
No, that's not it. The paper said that heat stroke is the answer to erudition. Eating something that causes heat...
I'm sorry. But as things...
He's cautious of us. Let's take a closer look at...
Ладно. Где-то... Так, это не то, это не то. Предмет для задания. Вот это, по-моему, да? Так, вот это быстрее всего. Так. Угу. Ну ладно. Давай тогда попробуем еще раз.
Before I retrieve your product, please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that makes...
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style?
Конечно, что много.
Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products. Okay, everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot! It's the Matra! Run!
What? The matcha? Where? I'll hate them said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here.
А кто? Где? Когда?
We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant. Oh, I think a creepy crawly got into the cooking pot. He ran that way. Look, he's over there.
Та ти заколупе, скільки ти будеш бігати. Нема, щоб сразу сказати, я туди побіг. Ні, блін.
Hey, if you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way. Another password. Huh? Oh, that... Here, over here. You can stop running now. So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
These two good customers wish to buy some hara fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else...
Oh, very good. Thank you. Huh? Wait, you're Dory? Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't... But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything, but Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be a I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces, no matter how much more they might have. Not only will they get caught by the Matra, but they'll also get us into trouble. So that's why I prefer to have customers like it's your first time here, but don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. As long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good. Ah, yes, of course, of course. Go ahead. Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in serious trouble. What kind of products do you seek, my dear custom? Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hillage. Yeesh. Who would want to be an expert? Or how about the architectural styles? With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an... Ooh, now this is 2 million Mora, and it's yours. Whoa! Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. All right, let's try the method that Alhaitham mentioned. Ah. Take these, please and thank you. My oh my, you are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Customers like you are rare. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 more and more, you... Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million! But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 Mora. If we spend just a little more, we can get something worth 1 million more. Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. And so, aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself? Come on, come on! We still have around 100,000 of Alhaitham's moral left, so let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you. Excellent! Then please, hold on a second. Paimon thought we could choose whatever we wanted. Why can't we choose the one?
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million mora each. I'm sure discerning customer.
Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these. So, what did you see? So, they're all worth about the same amount?
Дешевку подкидывай, блин.
Well, anyway, the mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques, the art of growing spices, an overview of ancient runes. Oh, how about this one? So, not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's go with this one. Dory, we'll take this one.
All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon.
Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Alhaitham. Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
Ну и ладно. Я-то думал, ты еще раз мне что-нибудь предложишь. Так, значит. Посмотрим, что там. Понятно. Ни хрена. Алихай там. Жироня.
Ha, you two made it.
Whoa, there's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wakela Funduk is under the
You're a pretty daring guy.
Relax.
Relax.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the
Before that, I have to ask. Why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer.
Yeah, he just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumer when we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be...
In that case, you're on the right. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine...
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you...
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. And
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next. I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine... As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still no... My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I agreed to forego ownership of the Divine Knowledge Capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, there's no... However, there are those who are less amenable.
They adamantly believe that the Divine Knowledge Capsule contains King Deshret's power, and that he will return to this world when they obtain it.
So you kept hounding them because they refused to
Yes. Ainul Ahmar isn't
Да
exactly
давай ему
wealthy,
дадим.
but its members are
Дадим
determined to get that capsule
пиздюлей.
by any means necessary. To that end, so, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into negotiate. The divine knowledge capsule should be to ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice. The winning brigade will not publicly disclose their victory. Unless I know whose hands the story is the most
Blah, blah,
reliable.
blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
Blah, blah,
The
blah.
day after, if I get the opportunity to study the divine knowledge
Да
capsule,
хорошо, я
I
уже
will
понял,
relay my
давай.
findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation?
Хорошо.
Okay. Doing so.
Бла-бла-бла, бла-бла-бла, бла-бла-бла. Блин, сколько можно этих бла-бла-бла? Нема, чтоб щось нормально, блин. Собиратель чё? Свингер, давай. Ну и ладно. Торговец пряностями.
All right. This place works.
Here.
Sword fighting techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is something of a rare find these.
Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, if we can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles. One before using this knowledge capsule. While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor. There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in your opponent's abilities. But don't.
Wow! Hey, Them! Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the academia, right? So, why are you risking—
When you are unable to understand a researcher's act. All right, let's begin.
By royal decree.
This is order.
All right. I'll link your Akasha terminal to record data. The next step, hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish.
Использовать.
Hey, how are you feeling? You mean that it worked?
All right. Time for round 2.
Order guide you.
Скажет, ничего не произошло.
Now, I'll start recording data again.
Alhaitham has—
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve his combat capability. During the second fight, his overall—
Wait! How much? Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us! 1 million more—
Of course, this could be because he is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce a substantial increase. At the very least, This test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. I'm heading back to Akela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time. This is Mora for when you ask Dory for information.
Что у нас? Торговец и дом законсервированных. Так.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist.
Ну да, все правильно. Так, 2 суток.
A few references.
Let's see Dory today and ask her about where the divine knowledge capsule is.
Так, пожалуй, наверное, мы на этом пока остановимся.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Думаю, продолжим попозже. Позже, в смысле, ну, не сегодня. В общем, всем спасибо за просмотр. Подписывайтесь, ставьте лайки, комментируйте. В общем, что хотите, то и творите. До скорых встреч. Всем пока.